My friend from Colorado, Mr. Lamborn, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this vital hearing that we're having today, and thank you for the witnesses and for what you do for our country. Secretary Hsu, as you know, China is currently outpacing us on hypersonics development. This is because we as a nation have allowed test failures to disrupt or cancel previous programs, just as we've been talking about. And I believe that we have to adopt more creative ways to test hypersonic capabilities and get away from the all-or-nothing approach that is slower and more costly. So could you please discuss the department's plans for programs like MACH-TB to improve our testing capabilities over the next 2 years?
Thank you very much. This is a great question. Something that I was very passionate about as soon as I came into the building. I can tell you this is why last year we put in $1.5 billion into hypersonic test infrastructure.
Excellent.
Okay. And one of the things that we have done is the $1.5 billion is going to triple our rate of test. So this is absolutely great. In terms of MACH-TB, what we demonstrated last summer, literally using a commercial launch to test a Mach payload at a hypersonic trajectory to make sure that works. So going forward, we're utilizing not just our test assets within Tennessee and other places, but we have opportunity to look at different commercial launches as well.
Great. And are we utilizing commercial industry and academic institutions like Purdue University and others to build out our hypersonic testing infrastructure?
Absolutely. We have a joint hypersonic university consortium, literally to bring together the best and most brilliant minds in the area of hypersonic to solve a lot of these problems. Okay, so I'll give you one example. One of the activities that the researchers develop is a very high-performance propellant that would enable us to triple the range. I mean, that's pretty awesome, right? It came out from a university research project. So we're absolutely leveraging university to solve some of our very pressing challenges in the area of hypersonics. Thank you so much for your interest.
Excellent. We've been talking a lot about UAS problems. We're seeing what's happening in Ukraine, in Israel, Yemen, and other places. So what are we learning, and how is that shaping, and I'll start with you, Secretary Hsu, how is that shaping our priorities for investing in anti-UAS capabilities, including directed energy, for instance?
That's a great question. I can tell you, as the Army was working to integrate lasers onto their platforms, and by the way, their systems are fielded as we speak, okay? We, within research and engineering community, worked on developing lasers that's 6 times more powerful. That laser source has been delivered to all 3 services. All 3 services is now integrating the 6x more powerful systems into the trucks, into their ships, etc. Okay. And last summer, we initiated the development of a laser that's 10x more powerful than what's being fielded today. And that capability will be delivered of next year. So this is how fast we're accelerating our capabilities.
Thank you. And Dr. LaPlante, I have to take a slight diversion here and talk about the Sentinel program. That's slightly outside of our topic, but it's related. I know we've had Nunn-McCurdy concerns. We talked about that. Would you agree, though, that a ground-based leg of the nuclear triad is a critical part of our national security?
Yeah, and thank you, Congressman. And so again, as the Nunn-McCurdy process goes, they have to reaffirm the requirement and all the rest of it. And those teams are off working now. We're hopefully going to have that all completed as statute by 120 days from when the president's budget go over. So putting that aside, broadly, the last NPR reaffirmed the need for a triad, which of course has a land-based part of it. And so that's the position. I have been around the nuclear enterprise for 40 years, and I'll tell you, the situation today, from the threat perspective, it's not good. It's not good. I'll just say that.
Thank you for your work. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Lamborn.